Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, since it's already 6 o'clock, and we already have our moderator here, Brother Nabil, and our presenter today, Miss Rena, uh, Miss Irene, I call you usually. So without further ado, I give time for Brother Nabil. Go ahead, Brother Nabil.
Okay, thank you, Mister. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to our meeting. My name is Nabil, and I will be your moderator for today. Before we begin, let me share the rundown for the session. First, we have the opening. We'll kick off at 6 a.m. Indonesian time. Second, we have the presentation. Our presenter will share their book review about The Midnight Library by the Haig. Third, the Q&A session. Feel free to ask questions via chat or by raising your hand. Fourth, we have the breakout room time. We'll split into 2 breakout rooms. Then we have the closing. We'll wrap up with a group photo and select a new moderator and presenter. Following the rundown, I'd like to invite Miss Irene to begin presentation. Miss Irene, time and place is yours.
Thank you, Nabil. Okay, let me share this first. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, all. Welcome to the presentation. Today, I would like to share a little bit about the book that I recently read, entitled "The Midnight Library" by Haig. It's not an all age book, so I should make disclaimer first. I think the book is more suitable for you who are I think more than 16 years old, because there are some strong events happening in that book. So that would be the first disclaimer. And before I start my presentation, I would like to introduce myself, of course. My name is Irene. I'm a mother of 3. I love books, and I spend most of my free time reading ebook on my iPad. And The Midnight Library is one of my favorite book that the impact is so strong. That's why I want to share the content of the book. So this is the list of the part of the presentation that I would share today. The first one, I would share the novel and also the author bio. And then I will also share the first impressions that I got when I read the book, and then the story or the summary of the book. But don't worry, I won't give any spoiler here, so I'm not going to tell you the end. And then the good bits, the reason why I love the novel, and then I will give my final verdict. This is the teaser that you can read at the back cover of the book. Between life and death, there is a library. When Nora Seed finds herself in the Midnight Library, she has a chance to make things right. Up until now, her life has been full of misery and regret. She feels she has let everyone down, including herself, but things are about to change. The books in the Midnight Library enable Nora to live as if she had done things differently. With the help of an old friend, she can now undo every one of her regrets as she tries to work out her perfect life. But things aren't always what she imagined they'd be. And soon her choices place the library and herself in extreme danger. Before time runs out, the must answer the ultimate questions. What is the best way to live? So she must to answer this by the end of the novel, but I'm not going to share what is the answer, okay? It's not closing. Okay, so this is a snippet about the novel. The title is The Midnight Library. The author, Matt Haig. He is one of my new favorite writer, along with other writers. And then the book was published by Canon Gate Books in August 13, 2020. And the book is not that thick, but also not that thin. So it's enough. It's only 304 pages. For you who don't know who Matt Haig is, he is an author for children and adults. His memoir, Reason to Stay Alive, was a #1 bestseller, staying in the British top 10 for 46 weeks. His children's book, A Boy Called Christmas, was a runaway hit and translated in over 40 languages. Unfortunately, we don't have it translated yet in Bahasa Indonesia, if I'm not mistaken. It is being made into a film starring Maggie Smith, Sally Hawkins, and Jim Broadbent. If you know Harry Potter and you know Minerva McGonagall, then you know Maggie Smith. The Guardian called this children's book as an instant classic. His novels for adults include the award-winning How to Stop Time, The Red List, The Humans, and the #1 bestseller that we're going to discuss today, The Midnight Library. He has sold over 3 million books worldwide. That sounds really awesome, right? So this is the first impression that I got whenever I read several chapters of the book. I pick up The Midnight Library without much information about the plot. So I don't know about the plot when I pick up the book. Little did I know that it would be one of the world bestseller books and categorized by Goodreads as one of most life-changing books in 2020. As I read, I found that the first several chapters are very depressing and kind of dark. I will tell you why. So, friends, this novel has 72 short chapters. They have 72 chapters, and the first 9 chapters would share about how the main characters struggled with her mental health. It was very hard since the first chapter. It's very depressing. You know how life becomes so messed up bit by bit, and then things happen on top of other things. Of course, not good things. So the first 9 chapters are very depressing. And back then, before I go on to the 10th chapter, I was unsure whether I'm going to continue to read the book or not because it was that dark. But that was my first impression because after the 9th chapter, everything changed. Okay, this is the story of the Midnight Library. So the Midnight Library begins with Nora Seed as she goes about a usual day in her life. Nora has been suffering many setbacks during the last few years of her life. And that night, she suffers the loss of her cat. Her cat, she found her cat died. I think it's in the street in front of her apartment. So that was a big deal for her. On top of losing her job, and her gig teaching piano to a kid. So it's almost really, the world, her world was falling apart. This is at the ninth chapter of the book. And at the age of 35, Nora contemplates suicide and ends up attempting suicide. But the story doesn't end there. Nora gets a chance to experience various ways her life could have unfolded had she made slightly different choices. She finds herself in a place called the Midnight Library, which exists between life and death, and it's filled with books in which lie endless parallel lives she might have lived. This is the good part that I like the most, because you can see all the possibility that one can have. Not to mention that all of us have the question, what ifs? I don't know whether you have it, but I have it. I always have it. Like, what if I took this decision? What if I do that? What if I, what if questions? So she finds herself in this place between life and death, and is filled with books with endless parallel lives she might have lived. She is given the chance to undo her regrets by trying out these lives. That sounds really awesome, right? Like, you have the option to choose, like, oh, I don't like this decision, then I will undo it, and then I will take another this, and then I will try the life, and I don't like it, I can do it again. That's basically what she did in the Midnight Library. Okay. While in the Midnight Library, Nora lives hundreds of lives and becomes hundreds of different versions of herself. Some she'd never even fathom, but she is faced with a difficult decision. She must decide what she is willing to sacrifice in order to live permanently in one of these ideal lives, where they seem perfect for a time, but as she realizes, there are really new sets of challenges awaiting. Nora's exploration of herself is captivating as she attempts to discern what is really important in life. So to make it simple, Nora has the opportunity, not second, but many opportunity to try different choices in her life, because there is one chapter of the book. The title of the chapter is the Book of Regrets. And then in that chapter, we can see that Nora has lots of regrets in her life. That what makes her life is unhappy, because all the regrets, like, I should have never done that, I should have done this, I should have never gone there, things like that. So that's the backbone of the story, about the regrets, the unhappy life, and how someone can transform from an unhappy person into a very grateful and thankful person. I'm not going to tell you the end of the story, of course. Okay, this is the reason why I love this book. The first one is the premise. The premise of this book is unique and creative. I'm both intrigued and terrified by the idea of the Midnight Library, or the author concept of space between death and life. Of course, as a Muslim, we have a different concept, but to know there's fantasy of a different concept, that would be, as I told you, both intrigued and terrified me. And then the second one is a chapter. Each chapters make great points about putting life and the choices we made in perspective. Plus, it's a very short chapters. So if a regular novel could have 20, 30 pages per chapter, in this book, we only have like 6 or 5 or 6 pages, and that's really short. So we can have a time to analyze it and to understand the real message of the chapter. And then the other one is the bright side. Although the book contains heavy themes such as depression, as I told you earlier, loneliness, and suicide, it's not written in a sad or heavy way. On the contrary, I consider this an optimistic book full of imagination and adventure. So as I told you earlier, that the first 9 chapters is very depressing. You can feel the sadness, the loneliness, the depression that Nora feels, and it was hard, especially for those who has the same experience or maybe relate to the story. That will stir up many emotions. You will feel like, oh, this feeling is just so yucky, and um, you are in a point where you don't want to read it, but you want to read it, and then but if you read this book, just keep going, because later in that book you can see how Nora, the main character, transformed into a better person. And then the last reason why I love this novel, because the messages. There is a wonderful message behind this book. It's about dealing with regrets in our lives and living to our true potential. This book was so beautifully written, and I love the way this book asks the question, what is the best way to live? So I think the main point that makes me relate to this book is about regrets. I kind of I used to be a perfectionist, and I regret many things. I should have done this better. I should have, like um all like all perfectionists, all always feel like I should have done this better. I should have taken this decision rather than that one. So there are lots of regrets, and the regrets actually will lead us into somewhere that actually is not good. Okay, so I will go on. Wait, not closing statement yet. Okay, wait. Oh, now is the come on. Okay, so this is my final verdict. I am sure enough to share this to you because the book is that good, and I think for you who are over 16 can read this book in English really easy, because the choice of word, the diction is not that hard, and you will feel how the author bring us into new realization. That's why I think that's why many people, this book is very hype in 2020. So, and that's why many people like this book. So my final verdict would be, I really love this book, and there's not many that I've read recently that I thoroughly enjoy so much. I'm a book addict. I used to read in my iPad since I have my third child, because that's easier. It's you can read it anytime, and it's not really heavy. And so recently I read it in the form of ebook. I read lots of books last year and this year, but this book is one of my book that I enjoy so much. What this book really makes it worth reading is that you will close it and be happier about your own life than you were at the start of reading it. There's a certain feeling that I feel after reading this book is being thankful, and as Nora, the main character, transformed into a better version, I feel like I grow with her. I feel like there are some process that I also undergo with her. That's why. I mean, don't we all regret certain things in life? Don't we all ask the what if question from time to time? I think that is very human. That's very normal for us to ask what if, because we always want to know the options, the other choices, and this book offers that, not through our life but through the main character life. We can see, like, when Nora asked, like, what if I answer this, or what if I decided this, and then we can see that all the choices will lead her into a different situation with a different challenges. So I think it's good. So we all ask questions, we do, but it is important to remember that we should cherish the life we are living and the people in it. To quote Haig, the only way to learn is to live. I will definitely be looking at reading more Matt Haig books. And last night I read another book of Matt Haig called The Comfort Book. It's not a prose, it's more like a short, how do I say it? It's a short paragraph with many lessons on it. So that's all that I could share to you. Hopefully, maybe one of you want to read, looking for a good book. I will recommend this book as the book that you might consider. That's all from me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. All right, the presentation has concluded, and now it's time for a Q&A session. If you have any question, feel free to use the chat or raise your hand. Okay, Mr. Acep, please unmute your audio and ask your question.
All right, thank you, Nabil. And wow, what a great presentation, Miss Irene. Just wondering, there are many types of books: novel, fiction, non-fiction. So, which kind of book that you read the most? I mean, your favorite one in terms of the category. And I tend to read kind of real book, kind of non-fiction book. But once I heard from you related to the inside of novel like this, I think I started to realize that many insight we can take, even though it's not really a real story, for example. So the next question then, how do you extract the lesson from the novel like this? I mean, when you trying to apply in your life, for example, or when you are trying to suggesting this to someone who probably have similar case or similar story, um, how do you do that? I mean, extracting the lesson learned from the book. So that's my question. I think two questions. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Acep. Nabil, can I answer this right away?
Yes, Miss Ira.
So I read lots of books. My husband is a book eater, not in the real term, of course, but we are. I mean, like, both of us are bookworm. So I read any book that I could read, randomly. But so far, my favorite book is the book that become my guidance in life, which is Quran, of course. I just love it. But for just a regular book, I love let's see, I love the book that thought-provoking. Like this book is very thought-provoking. What I mean by thought-provoking, that after you read the book, it will give you the urge to think, no matter what book. Let's say it's a history book, or maybe it's Karl Marx book. If it's thought-provoking, I would love it, because I think we do something because we need something. It's like eating. You want to eat something because you feel like you need that. So I read whenever I feel like I need my brain to be activated and to think. A regular reading, regular things that wouldn't provoke my thought that much, I wouldn't really enjoy. But the bad side about it is it will give you impact in life. And then this will lead me to answer the second question. How do I extract that? It's about the aftertaste, after read that I feel. It's like you offer someone to eat something because it's delicious, and I will do the same with the book. I will suggest someone to read something because the aftertaste is very impactful. It's not a book that you finish to read, you close, and then that's it. It is the book that even 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, a week after you read it, you will still feel think about it, like also about the regrets. Because I read this novel a month ago, and until last night, it's still in my mind. I'm still thinking about it, about the regrets and all, about the choices and stuff. So I think you cannot really depend on your brain to extract the message of the book, but you have to allow your heart to take part too. You will feel it that maybe it's different with other people. Maybe for Mr. Acep, the Midnight Library is only a book. That's fine. That's book. It has many faces, right? Someone could like it or not like it. It's my preference, but not your preference. But I think the most important thing is the feeling, the impact that you feel after you read a book. I think that is the good book. The best book is the book that can change you into a better person. A book that can help you to grow up and to grow through. So I think that's a good book. That's why I recommend this book, because it helps me to go through certain things, as well as my other favorite book. So there's no certain genre that I prefer, but usually I will say the book is good or not by the standard of the New York book standard. Oh, this is the bestseller of New York books. Not like that, but it's after I read it. If it's good, then it's good, and if it's not really impactful, so it's just so. Okay, thank you. I talk too much. I think
Thank you, Miss Irene.
you're very welcome, Mr. Acep. I always be passionate when I talk about books, so that's why. Just please stop me whenever I talk too much.
Okay. Other question? Okay. We have a question from Miss Henning. Unmute your audio and ask the question, Miss Henning.
Okay, thank you, Miss Irene. Yeah, nice book you read. Yeah, is the book other book is from the best story or the just fiction? And which prefer do you like to read the book? from the best story or fiction because I'm in the process writing the book. Thank you, Miss Irene.
You're very welcome. Matt Haig is I don't think this is a real story since you know, like there is no such midnight library, right? There is no library between life and death. So this is just like a fictional story. But of course, with I think about the first 9 chapter, it um would be real. That's possible because many people suffer from depressions and then loneliness and then mental health issues. So I think it's a combination fictional story that has lots of real facts in it. And which one do I like the most? As I told you earlier, I like the book that give me impact after I read it. If the book it doesn't give me anything, so it's that's okay. I like to read, but that would be not my favorite. Oh yeah, I have the first book that impact me that much is the book of N Hadini. Nur Hayati Sri Hardini is one of the a woman's writer in Indonesia. And I knew her when I was 12, I think. When people start to watch TV back then, TV was very, very fun thing to do. I don't like to watch TV. I like to read. And then the book that I read back then was the book of Nur Hayati Sri Hardini or N Hadini called Padang Ilalang di Belakang Rumah. And that the first time a book can change my life. Because in that book, I can feel the warmth of a mother. You just close your eyes and then you can smell it. You can smell the steam cassava from the living room, things like that. And then that was the first time I became a book addict because that's a good book. The word really leads the reader to feel, to be present in the realm of the book. I think that would be considered as a good book. And then I go on when I was in junior high school. I read let's see I read Alice in Wonderland, and but I don't really like it. And then I read lots of books, Rabrida Natandore, and I love it. And then afterward, I exposed to many kind of books, including the book that after you read it, you want to throw up. That's a certain book that I feel like I feel like that, and I just couldn't go on. I'm not saying the book is bad or things like that, but in fact, because the book has the award winning as a good literature, but I just feel like it was too dark for me. For example, the book by Jenar Maisa Ayu or Ayu Utami, that was too strong for me, so I couldn't read that book. Those books just, I know my limit, so when I feel like, okay, the impact is not going to be good and I cannot handle it, I just stop it. That kind of book, if you know what I mean. If maybe you have read Saman, for example, that I cannot read that. But for the rest of the book, yeah, it's just so, and some of them good, some are okay. So I wish you luck with your book. Hopefully it will turn out into a really good book. And you don't have to be worried if someone doesn't like it, because everybody has different preference, right? So maybe one doesn't like it, but maybe many people like it. So good luck with listening.
Okay, thank you, Miss Irene. You make my to make my inspiration and my supporting me. Thank you, Miss Irene.
You're very welcome.
Okay, there are another question from Miss. Case, ask your question, please.
Okay, thank you. Is it my voice audible for you guys?
Yes.
Okay. So sorry I came late here and I didn't follow all the material, but I have a questions. It's meant related with habit. Yeah, we all know that as we know that reading habit is good for us. Actually, if you wanna to learn English, yeah, reading is one of the ways you improve our English skill. I mean, so my question, what's the keyword or key way to have habits in reading, and how to push ourselves to have habits in reading books. And the second one is, Kak Iren, maybe you have any or some resource, I mean online resource, to get some books that it's easy for, I mean for children, especially because I have children, and I think I can apply to my children to like reading with online reference, I think, and maybe for that. Thank you, Kak. I think enough for my question, and I'm so sorry. My name is I think it's my child name. Sorry, I didn't change it with my name. Thank you.
You're very welcome. So how to build a reading habit? The first one, you have to like it. You have to start with something that you like it. I think the main reason why I like reading, because I owe so much to Hadini, because the first book that I read is the book that really make me hungry to read more. I think that's the reason. And then also my parents, when I was younger, they let us, the children, subscribe Bobo, Majalah Bobo. That's a very simple thing to read. But I remember, since I have sisters and brother, I'm the youngest in my parents' family. It's like section. If this is cerita bersambung, that's for my older sister, and then if it's cerita misteri, that's for my brother. So it's kind of like very staging. You have to start from the very basic, which is, you don't want to push 7 years old kids to read Terelias books, right? So it should be in stage. You have to start with a very simple, because the first thing that I read is a comic, Bobo comic, Paman Gembul, Bibi Titi and so on and so on. And so I start with that. And there's a point where I feel like bored with that, and then I go on to Cerita Bersambung, and then I go on to another story. And then you have to start it with the very simple and interesting first. You can start from where your children would be interested. Let's say dinosaurs. You can start from that. Or when my oldest son start to read, she likes to read about train, Thomas. And then that's where I start. And then now he is reading Sophie's World in English, which is really heavy. So for 15 years old, that's very hard. But I think, do you like it? Yeah, I think he likes it, so that's fine. But staging is very important. Start from the very basic, and then you can, level up when they are ready, and then you can give their, many choices. That's a good thing. Just expose them to many books. This is a books about insects, for example. This is a book about train. This is a book about sun. This is the book about anatomy. So they will choose according to their preference. And once they choose what they want, they will enjoy it. I think because that it will activate our serotonin, right? The hormone that makes us happy after we read, things like that. And then for the second one, there are lots of online books reading. Like Let's Read Asia. I will show you. Wait, because it's free. And it's free. Can you imagine? And there are thousands of books that you can access and you can print. I will share my screen. Okay, this is Let's Read Asia. This is the sites that my students and my kids likes. So this is, see, stories from Cambodia, stories from Nepal, and you can choose the language if you want to. You can choose which language do you want to use, English, Indonesian, or even Bahasa Jawa. They have Bahasa Jawa. Can you believe that? This is a really good site for you to read like this. And the color, the graphic is so good. Let's say this one, The Great Hairy Kya, or maybe let's try to find, see, there are lots of books. And okay, and there are Sundanese too. Kunaon teh bisa nangis? That's really, come on. Where can you find one place to stop and you can find many languages that you want to read? Okay, I will read one. This is Sundanese. I'm Sundanese, so I'm quite relatable with this. So it will be hard for me to find this in the library. Ieu pun lanjut, Teh Risa, Anjuna hebat, Anjuna pinter naik. This is just, and look at the drawing. See? This is not an old book that children couldn't like. They cannot resist this, I think. So this is, and this is also free. You can choose from the filter, you can choose the language, and then, oh, I choose Sundanese, that's why. And then the categories, and then there are audio, but not all book can have the audio. This is one of the best. And the other one is there's one platform that I use the most. Wait, I need to stop. Wait. This is a really, really recommended platform for children. It's paid, but wait, I need to read it. But you have to read for it. It's the subscription is like, let's see, only 250 a year. Can you imagine it? I opened my son one account, so I can. Oh, okay. Oh, break up room. Okay, but I will show you. Okay, this is my account, and this is my son's name. So I will read. This is the name is A to Z. Your parents can go here. Wait, nah, okay. There are thousands of books. It's only in English. It's leveled, leveled. If you want to start your kids start reading, you can choose leveled books. This is what I mean by staging. It's from AA, a very, very, see, this is a very easy, you can listen to it, you can read it. This is very easy to read because, let's see, wait, okay, it's only like this. See, big, a big house, a big dog, you know, it's very simple. And then you can go on until the hard one in the level Z2, for example. And I still read it with my students. So see, this is online. You can read it, you can print it, you can listen to it. What else can we ask? So it's very recommended. I recommend this platform. If you are interested about subscription, you can contact me because I'm one of their web assistant. So that's it. I hope I can answer the questions.
Okay, thank you, Kak Irene. Wow.
Okay, you're very welcome. The first one is free. The second one is in subscription. That's you.
Okay.
Okay. The Q&A time has come to an end. Now let's move on to the breakout room sessions. I'd like to invite Mr. Acap to take over.
All right, thank you, Nabil. But before that, let's have a group picture first, and then I'll move everyone to the first breakout room session. So if possible, would you like to turn your video on so that I can easily take the picture? So I'm waiting until 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, thank you. So now, okay, just information. I'm sure that here nobody knew, yeah? Or is there a guest here? I mean, a participant who joined this as your first time? If yes, would you like to introduce yourself first? Let me check then. I don't think there is. Fatima, is this new? Is this your first time, Miss Fatima? Hello. Hi. All right. Okay. Aan, is this your first time? Aan?
Hi everyone. This is my first time join this room.
Oh, great. So
Yeah.
welcome then. So would you like to introduce yourself?
Well, okay, I'm gonna do just a little bit of intro. My name is Aan. I am originally from Molucas, eastern part of Indonesia. Um, I'm currently living in Ambon, the capital city of Molucas. Thank you.
Great, Mr. Aan. Glad to glad you joined this session. Hopefully, you enjoy it so much. How about Jer? I know. I don't know yet. Jer, is this your first time, Jer?
Well, actually, this is my third time joining this session.
All right. Good then. Okay. Ismile, is it your first time?
No. It's actually I'm not the first one. I'm Kaifa.
Okay. All right then. All right, so Mr. Herdi send a message on the chat box. If you would like to join our WhatsApp group, just click the link, and the admin will accept you. Just yeah, I'm sure that everybody here already joined. I mean the old members, but for those who are new, so you can simply click the link. All right, so now I'm managing breakout room. We will have 2 breakout room sessions, and each breakout room will run around 15 minutes, so you can talk with your random partner basically to to um, to train your conversation, to train your spoken English. Any topic, you may follow up the ones that just presented by Miss Irene, or you can create new one. All right, so let me start. How many? Oh, 13. So let me recreate them. Um, okay, please.
Welcome,
Hello,
sir.
hello. Altamis, right?
Yeah, I'm Altamis, sir.
Okay, how are you today?
I'm fine.
Great. Okay. Did you join the breakout room or there's no partner there?
No, I'm not. Baru
Just join.
masuk, sir. Just join.
Okay. All right, no problem. Okay. Namira. Hello, Namira.
Yes, hello. Is
Uh,
my voice clear? Can you hear my voice?
sure. Wonderful. So, okay. So you wanna join breakout room or you just have a conversation in this main room?
Maybe yours.
I'm fine with either actually.
Okay, great. So let me put then uh to the breakout room, assigned to room 3. All right, everyone. So hopefully you enjoyed the first breakout room session. Now we are moving to the second one. And as I did at the first breakout room, I will randomly select the participants. And hopefully you can meet the different partner. You can meet different partner, but let's see. So we have 12. We create then 15 minutes for the second breakout room and start now.
With same partner, sir.
Oh, really? Okay, then. So let me move to room 3. Room 5. Hi, Nabil.
I Mr. Kepental.
That's all right. Which room did you get into?
I don't know. I don't see.
Okay. Let me put you in room. Enjoy. Hi, Nabil, have you got the invitation to join room 1? Hi, Miss Irene. All right, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed the second breakout room session. And now let's move to the next segment, which is presenting certificate for our speaker and moderator. But before that, let me invite our speaker, Miss Irene, to give closing statement. Please, Miss Irene.
Thank you. Wait, I need to share my screen first. Wait. Wait.
Okay, let's check my phone and then prepare all your things, your stuff. Kan di sini ada.
Okay, friends, this would be my closing statement today, that every choice has consequences. We can actually change the past, but we can choose our futures. We can guarantee they are perfect, but it would be perfect whenever we appreciate it. That's it, Mr. Aceh. Thank you.
Wonderful quote and closing statement. All right, so now it's time for me to present certificate for our speaker. And the first one, I would like to spotlight, wait a sec. I would like to spotlight Miss Irene as our speaker, and let me share screen the certificate for her. Wait a second. So the certificate is here. Share. Okay, good. Okay, everybody can view the certificate, right? Okay, so Miss Irene, thank you so much for being speaker, and this is a certificate for you as our appreciation. So taking picture by Mr. Habiden.
Okay,
Alright.
I'm gonna count down from 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay, already. And for the moderator, please.
Okay, sure. Wait a second. Let me invite our moderator, Nabil, yeah. Hello, Nabil. Okay, so add spotlight. So the certificate. Wait a second.
Okay.
So this one.
Okay, okay. So I'm gonna count down again from 3, 2. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, okay. I'm gonna count down 3. Wait. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay. That's
Good.
good.
Thank you, Nabil, for being moderator, yeah. So now, okay, now we are at the end of the session. Thank you everyone for joining the meeting, and as usual, we are going to prepare for the next meeting, and let me give a chance for everyone here who wants to be a speaker or moderator. So anybody here who wants to be voluntarily become speaker and moderator, please. Or maybe start from moderator first. Please raise your hand if you want, and if you're available next week.
Listening
Yeah.
wants to present next week.
Oh.
about your book.
Oh
About
yeah,
your
that's
book
good one.
progress.
I think that's good one, having a plan, yeah, and share it to everyone. So maybe you will receive many feedbacks, insightful ones from others. What do you think, Miss Henning? Are you ready to present your plan?
We cannot hear your voice.
You're still muted, Miss Henning.
Yeah.
I will try.
Ah, great then. So I think next week we'll have a great session from Miss Henning regarding her plan creating a book, yeah. All right, so the moderator then, anybody, please?
Maybe I can, sir.
Okay, Rahmat ya, Altamis. Okay, thank you. So everyone, that's all for today. I'll see you next week. Wassalamualaikum.
Wait a minute,
Okay.
Mr. Rajab. Okay,
Yes.
I want to interrupt before. Since next week it would be Pascha,
Oh yeah.
so do we need to move on to the Saturday? If you,
Okay, let me consider first. So
okay.
I will inform this one on the WhatsApp group. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Hadi, for informing this. Okay. All right, everyone. Bye. Have a great day.
Have a great day,
Wassalamualaikum
sir.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Bye.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Bye.